Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing.
Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 389 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. So this last week, I was on the beach, just watching the waves, just chilling out, feeling the beautiful ocean breeze, and it was so wonderful. October is simply my favorite time at the beach. It's cool at night, low 80s during the day. I just really get so inspired by it. Really, nature in general. I mean, it just inspires and invigorates us, doesn't it? I read somewhere that it's because we are nature, like we're organic beings, just like nature. So being in nature feels like home. I wonder if you guys feel that way. Maybe not. Maybe some of you think I'm crazy. So enough talk about nature. But I wanted to talk about how I taught this last week, our Yorkie Kinsey, and how she had been in the emergency hospital, but she's doing really well. She's been on medication now, and she's on medication 3 times a day. So I have to set alarms to actually give her medication at 10:30 at night, 2:30 in the afternoon, and then again at 6:30 in the morning. So funny story, the medicine that she is on is actually Viagra. And that's been one of the humorous parts of this whole deal with Kinsey, is that Viagra is literally the reason she's alive. It turns out pulmonary hypertension, which is what she has, is the original use for Viagra. So there is that. That kind of lightened up the moment for me and Molly last week. But this week, we had scheduled to go to Florida with my husband's sister and her fiance for her birthday. And with everything going on with Kinsey, I was really hesitant to leave her. But she was doing really well because of the medication. And so our housekeeper, Myra, who is like family to us, she's been with us for 14 years, and Kinsey knows her really well. So she said, I'll stay at your house and take care of her. To which I thought, okay, she'll be fine with Myra. But then when it comes time to go, I'm having a lot of anxiety about it, just leaving her. But Myra assures us she has it covered. And I'd written everything out that she needed to do. So, all right, off we go on our 7-hour drive. Now, the first few hours, I literally tortured myself, checking cameras, worrying that Kinsey wasn't getting the medication she needed at the time she needed it. And what if she started having problems again? To the point to where I was making me and my husband, Eric, pretty miserable. I mean, it was getting to the point where I think I was making myself crazy, and him too. But then we got pictures of Kinsey outside and Myra taking care of her, and she had given her medication exactly on time. She was setting all of her alarms just like I did. And I realized that I had been making myself crazy, and why? I mean, if I didn't trust Myra, then we wouldn't have left her in charge of Kinsey. So was I going to make her a nervous wreck, checking on her every hour, or was I going to trust her? Because we do. But I wasn't acting like it. I was driving us all crazy because I couldn't let go. Now, once I realized that, I told Eric, okay, I'm letting go, because if we didn't trust her, we wouldn't have left. And now it's my job to let go and let Myra do what we trusted her to do, which is what I did. And our weekend just turned out beautiful. Myra took amazing care of our girl, and my ability to let go let Myra feel confident that we trusted her, which also empowered her. And the way I started off was making her nervous and probably making her question if she could even do the job or if she wanted to. And also, did we really trust her after all? I mean, we do this though, don't we? Like as parents, we give the kids a little freedom, but then we're nervous wrecks. I think it's called helicopter parenting, right? When we give someone our trust, we're empowering them to do something. When we're constantly checking on them, we cause them to question themselves and their ability. When we decide to trust, it's then on us to let go. Unless, of course, they break your trust, and then you have to take a different stance, of course. I mean, had Myra missed the first medication time, I would have been calling for backup immediately. But I never had to do that, and I knew I wouldn't. But sometimes we get so in our heads about what could go wrong that we make ourselves and everyone around us crazy. I mean, we each have a responsibility to do the best we can with what we've been given. And that includes when we make the decision to trust someone, that we honor that, unless they do something to break it. Now, it also includes if someone trusts us to do something. We have to honor that too. We do it. If we don't, that is also on us. I went for a walk early one morning, and as I was walking by the pool, this was down in Florida, something caught my eye, and it was a frog that was trying to get out of the pool, unsuccessfully, might I add. So I reached down and I helped him out, and he seemed to be sort of in distress, so I thought, well, maybe I should put him somewhere in the shade because it's kind of sunny. So when I went to pick him up again, he jumped several times. So I realized I'm freaking him out. So I thought, okay, you know what? I did what I could for him. He has to take it from here. And then another morning, I was walking on the beach and there was a fish that washed up on the sand. And it had washed up with a wave, I guess. And I wasn't sure if he was going to make it back into the water. I mean, he was kind of far. So I scooted him back into the water. Now, I wanted to pick him up again and really put him deeper into the water. But again, I thought, no, he can swim from where I just put him. And now I'm just freaking him out too. So I trusted that he had it from there. Now, I will say that on my way back, I did check for the frog and it had gotten off to safety, and the fish was nowhere to be found on the way back from my walk. So he must have gone off swimming as well. But letting go and not needing to hover and worry and fuss is not only empowering to us, it also empowers the ones we've decided to trust. It's our job to decide if we trust or not. But when we do trust, are we able to let go? I was really disempowering Myra by micromanaging her taking care of Kinsey, and I was also making myself and Eric crazy in the meantime. Sometimes when you have an expectation that someone might or will fail, they live up to it. So you're kind of setting them up for a failure. How much better would it be to set them up for success by expecting them to succeed when you trust them? So are there areas where you say you're trusting, but you don't let go? Could it be with your team at work? Maybe your kids, maybe your spouse, whatever it is. My challenge to you this week is to think about that. Are there areas where you're driving yourself crazy or disempowering someone else by saying you trust them, but then not allowing them the opportunity to follow through without your hovering? Trust is a gift that works both ways. Share this with 3 people you trust. I love you guys. I'll talk to you in a few days.
Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends, because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.